Hey guys, what is up? In the review of Cable and X-Force #1. Now, since the Marvel Now, and since Rick Remender's Uncanny X-Force has sadly ended, they've now split Uncanny X-Force into two titles basically. You have Uncanny X-Force, and then you have Cable and X-Force. Uh, both titles are kind of in the air on whether, at least in my opinion, on whether they should or even have any reason to exist at all. But I will say Cable was characters that, when I was a kid, was one of my favorites, as I feel he was a lot of people's. He's a cool, badass character. That's about all he is, though. And I'm always hoping for a really great Cable story, even if there's not necessarily been a lot. And, of course, since Rick Remender's run, I've become a big X-Force fan, so I wanted to give this book a shot. The good news is, I do like this book. I think it's a really good first issue for what it is. If you are looking for the deep, emotional, drawn out, Rick Remender kind of Uncanny X-Force, definitely not it. If you're looking for Cable being Cable, uh, this is it. If you're looking to see Forge, see Domino, Colossus, Doctor Nemesis, Hope, this is it. And there are hints here that it could go in some interesting directions now that Cable doesn't have the Technovirus and it's now hurting him in new ways. I'm still kind of conflicted about the whole arm thing, about how they basically get rid of Technovirus, gets rid of his super strong metal arm, and first issue he has a new metal arm to go over his now super weak arm. Kind of weird thing. It makes sense how they explain it, but it's still whatever it is. Uh, but I do have hope here. I do see little signs here that they could go in certain directions that'd be really cool. I don't want to spoil it. But there are certain things here that I do see them that could actually turn into somewhat of an emotional story. I don't think you can get to a Rick Remender kind of Dark Angel saga or anything like that level, but it could turn into a really cool Cable story that we haven't seen before. Or it could go down the road of a lot of Cable stories where it starts off really cool and ends terrible. So for this first issue, first little taste, and it's also a really quick read, and you don't really get a lot of info. It's one of those books that don't really think it's necessarily worth $3.99. I will say that. Don't know if it stayed at this level. I honestly would probably drop it, even though I'm saying mostly good things about it. It's not good enough for $3.99. Not really a lot of material. So overall, I'm going to give Cable and X Force a 7.5 out of 10, and I'll see you guys in another review.